Hello Wi-Fi tribe, my name is Nikita and I'm recording this video on the island of Roatan in Honduras, where I've spent most of the quarantine COVID year. To tell you a little bit about myself, I am Russian-born, American-raised citizen of the world. I've been nomadic for about 5 years. My education is in East-West psychology, which combines Eastern practices like meditation and Eastern philosophy with traditional psychology. I own a company that's called One Moment, and it's really resonant with what you guys are doing, so I'm really, really excited to apply for this position. So to tell you a little bit about my aspirations and things that really drive me in life is, I would say one of my highest value is human connection and being in touch with culture. Being from multiple cultures myself, it's one of the things that I find most inspiring and hopeful in the world. There's just something really beautiful in the simplicity of connection between people, especially people from different cultures. So one of my aspirations is to give back to the communities that have welcomed me all over the world. Why do I want to become a chapter host? Well, this one is pretty straightforward. Other than I love traveling, just like all of us do. Before COVID, my business model was such that I spent half of my time doing holistic leadership support, which I still do, working in a startup space, doing leadership development, culture change, team building, conflict mediation, stress management, those types of services. And then my other half was dedicated towards retreat facilitation that I was conducting in Bali. And unfortunately, I had to leave Bali and I was not able to return last year. So when I saw this job opportunity, I was so excited to have this opportunity to potentially engage with like-minded people that are also loving traveling, that are into growth, that are into culture. So literally when I read the job description, it really, really ignited the spark in me, and I just felt my love for connection. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm so interested in this, is because I would love to get back into engaging with a community of like-minded people, engaging in growth, in conversations that matter, things like that. Why am I a great fit for this position? Well, logistics first. I do hold an American passport, which allows me easy access to most locations in the world. I do have a lot of experience traveling and work traveling, and my business or work qualifications, I think, are really aligned with the job description that you're offering. But to speak truthfully, the one thing that really stood out for me that I was really touched by in the job description was the term that you used for leadership, the quality of leadership that you're expecting for the chapter host. And the words that you used was silent leader. And it's something that deeply speaks to me because I do believe in the intelligence of the group as a whole. So when I facilitate retreats or when I hold groups in a business setting, I see myself more as a facilitator, someone who is in service to the group. And it brings out this devotional part of me where I listen to the needs of the group and the internal weather of the group. It's almost like holding a close watch on the pulse of the group and constantly pivoting to address what's important. And the last one, tell you about the significant challenge that I had to overcome in a group setting. Yeah, this goes back to the silent leader approach. Recently, I had to facilitate a group of people, 5 people, with really strong personalities operating on a really short deadline with a lot of stress. And what I learned from this experience is I was watching myself wanting to harmonize the group and pacify them in some way and make them talk to each other in a specific way. And that was a challenge for me. I did not give in to this temptation, but that was something that my personality self was really comfortable with. What I was not so comfortable with, but what I ended up doing, was to just stay really present and hold the space and help each person to unpack their own truth. And what we learn in this process is that there's a state of paradox that allowed all of us to coexist together in this really challenging situation where multiple truths existed, and we were in complete disagreement with each other, so there's no harmony, but there's a really strong sense of unity because we were able to connect with a sense of truth and a sense of direction that we were all committed to. So that's probably the most challenging experience I've had in the last couple of months. So Wi-Fi tribe, that was a little short introduction. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I will be super happy to continue this conversation if there is interest on your side. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of this application. Great, stay safe and happy travels.